What'd you say?
Cummings joke.
You going in?
Steady cam?
Get him, Carl. Not really. It's just a brace.
All right, follow Vic. It's a trap.
Watch your step. It is a studio.
Oh, you can't fool me. This looks nothing like it.
Now, this is just something we put together for a recent shoot. This is the interior shuttlecraft. So if you run around the back, you can look in and see inside.
How'd you film the shuttlecraft scene in the Mary Mary?
Oh, that's the real shuttlecraft. We went to Houston,
Really?
Space Center, Houston.
Okay.
That's the real shuttlecraft from Galileo 7. That's the original
Wow.
restored shuttlecraft.
That's awesome. Because I was saying, I can't figure this out. It looks too good.
We filmed with the real one. Talk about a surreal experience.
Right?
Being there with that, me and Vic were like little kids.
Oh
That's
my gosh,
awesome.
can you believe this?
Careful. Set materials.
Oh, I see a Romulan control panel over there.
I have a feeling I'm gonna bump into something and then the whole building is gonna fall down like moving.
A little dusty.
Then do you want my phone?
I'm gonna take one.
Yeah,
I feel like you give your
we don't
phone.
have enough
It's just
light
really
to keep everything. Electrical cords for that matter. We only lit up a couple of things, but you'll see.
This place is huge.
Okay, let's get to the real stuff.
Yeah.
Shuttlecraft's boring. Oh, well, if you like that.
Not to those of us who have done a lot of extensive research into it.
Shuttlecraft bad.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, shuttlecraft good.
See, we always, usually we have everybody who's not worked on the set sign their name. If you'll see people's names on backs of the
Let's see
set.
yours over here.
Yeah, shameless.
Yeah.
Self-
Okay, everybody come over here and stand in front of this door.
Okay. Oh.
Everybody come over here.
This way?
Yeah, face this way. This is our newest addition. Now, anytime anybody and you ever watch, well, you just saw the little Fairest of them all thing, where you hear somebody go, doors.
Yep.
Well, that's the door
that's-
guy's cue to open the door. So, you want to do the honors?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Step on up and give him the cue.
Doors.
Oh my God.
Step on in, everybody.
Oh, my battens. Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, how can it be real? You know, it's like, beautiful. Unreal. So you can walk right up and touch it all. Keep going. So has engineering been on an episode yet, or?
Well,
It's featured very prominently in 6 and 7, which we just shot.
I love the force perspective.
It's beautiful. Weird. Yeah. It's great.
All this stuff works.
So how long does it take to build a set?
Well, how long did it take to build this set?
Until about 20 seconds before we started filming the last episode. A long time it took.
That's a lot better than 20 seconds
This-
after you finish.
This used to be Sunday school classrooms, and I think we started doing demo in here sometime in April, and we finished it probably November.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So volunteer labor is
A lifesaver, I imagine.
well,
Well, thank God for
it's not,
Jay.
yeah, it's not productive. It's hard to be productive. Yeah, your name's on here someplace.
Is it? Oh,
It is. Let me see if I can find your name.
Did you get
It's made so that people can actually go up.
it? Yep.
Did you get it?
no, because my finger's in front of the thing. I have to keep the phone upside down.
Sure, donate. Sure.
I don't think they'll mind.
Dana, it's around here somewhere.
I really don't think they'll mind.
I am too. Oh, I think
You're
you're over here.
I can Photoshop him out.
Yeah, you're right here.
Okay.
So basically what we did is.
All right, Mike and Joe, now the crowd is wearing the.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I did them all before everyone.
Just don't hold it on
for your life. They were here.
Just don't pull on it. Lean against it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, up. Oh, no, there you go.
He is a red shirt.
I mean, I'm 5'8".
Alright, you guys need that again.
Yeah, you gotta do that again, man.
I'm holding on for dear life.
You'd be surprised how many people did that.
Now, there are a million fun facts about the building of this set, but let me tell you a couple, and Will, if you want to chime in on a couple as well. One of the things that's really amazing is the ceiling, and I'll tell you why. At first we thought, well, do we really even want to build it? It's 25 feet off the ground. When are you going to ever see it? But then we thought, well, if we did build it, it would be amazing to see it on camera. So Will and I started to make one of these arches right here on the floor, out of wood. We started framing,
plywood?
we started framing the arch out of a 2x4, and then we were going to skin it with glue on. Well, not only
Which we did.
could we
We
not
built one.
get it really smooth and streamlined because of the angle of it, but it weighed too much. And we started thinking, there's no way we're going to be able to build this whole ceiling out of wood and hoist it up there. It never happened. So right at that same time, we found out about a place in Jacksonville, right down the street, that cuts CNC, like they CNC cut files, like 3D files, out of foam.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Hot wire?
Yep. So we sent him the file. He cut these pieces. Not only are they exact, but they weigh nothing.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about them coming down.
Exactly. If they were to fall, it wouldn't even hurt. I mean, they're, you know what I mean? They're perfect. They look exactly like they should look, but they weigh nothing. We hoisted them up there. And once he built that, we started thinking, now wait a minute. If he can cut stuff out of foam, why don't we send him some more files of things that you would never be able to find? So Will started sending him some of the plant-on pieces.
Those are
all
foam too.
All those pieces up there. All those pieces up there are exactly what was there in the original series, but he made them out of foam. And look at this big weird snakehead thing coming out. Where would you ever find that?
Well, yeah.
You wouldn't. So either you try to build it out of something, which would be hard because of all the weird angles and curves. We just send him the file. He cuts it out of foam.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And look, these big pipes in here. How much would those things weigh? If you were to try to, if they were like sonotubes or something, it'd be huge.
Those are
foam.
I thought
The guy cut them out of foam.
I love that.
Yeah, it works perfect.
Will, we need you to check the dilithium chamber.
You can actually.
What? No.
Well, it's broken, okay? It worked kind of, but it
Break that too.
broke. So, I mean, we have it, but it used to come up and it would lock into place, but it broke during
It's still in
production.
place for as long as everyone.
So anyway, we have it.
Just hold it right there, like it's in place. Like,
Yeah.
No, hold it like it's in. There you go. Yeah, that was something that we needed for the episode.
And I
shot,
had
so-
these 3D printed. This bottom piece, this piece.
Oh, yeah?
And this piece was 3D
Any
printed.
chance you guys are ever gonna do a making of?
Could you raise that up again, please? Thank you.
Any chance you guys are ever gonna do a making of?
Maybe so. Maybe so. Another fun little fact in the These Are the Voyages book that Mark Cushman wrote, he talks about how when they were shooting and the children show lead, the set people were getting really pissed off at Shatner because he was kicking these balls around with the kids. And so we went to Walmart. There they are. Exactly the right diameter. Paint them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Only
All
you
right.
guys don't keep them wrapped.
Let's keep going. Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And we'll have time to mingle and go through the
Oh, of
sets
course,
and
yes.
whatnot later.
We're drinking in the engineering room later
And
today.
it's awesome. It's
Okay, so come on in here.
concrete pipes.
This may be one of the favorite reveals that anyone has.
Oh, I know where we're going.
Come on in here, guys. Get up close. Come on up. Come on up. People can sneak in behind you. You want to do the honors here?
Doors. Oh, wow.
Good.
Oh. Wow.
The lighting is just perfect.
That seriously is. That's unbelievable.
Now hold on. The first thing you come to here, we'll let everybody come on in here. We'll take it a room at a time here. Come on in, guys.
Yeah, it is. It's completely surreal.
It is surreal.
Yeah,
I'm getting goosebumps, thank God.
I know.
Yeah,
and
yeah, I'm
it's
getting
like,
shivers, man. This is
it's
amazing.
like something in your mind says you can't walk into it.
That's right. It's like, this
It's
can't be here.
It's a picture. I mean, you can't walk into it.
This is.
Now,
looking
everything you're about to see is laid out and interconnected exactly the way the original soundstage was. So all of these rooms, everything, they were all connected to the original, to the big corridor.
Yeah.
The first room you would come to, now follow me, it's not lit, but you can certainly appreciate it, is sick bay.
Oh, yeah.
Once we turn the house lights on, and you can walk through later, you'll be able to see things better. But we wanted the house lights off for the film lights to, make the corridor look all cool and stuff.
Oh, wild bet.
But if you come back here, here's your classic shot from the original series.
Oh, yeah.
What color are the walls painted? And because they always change color.
They're mint green.
They are,
In the
okay.
third season.
Mint green,
Yeah.
really?
Oh yeah.
It's a hospital green color.
Yeah, and you know what? If you look around the ship, you're going to find that they used a palette of the same colors in everything. So you're going to see this green, you're going to see it in the briefing room with the light blue. And then you're going to see the light blue and the green on pieces in the engineering room. Then you're going to see the same yellow on this door as on this place and over here. They had a palette of colors and they use the same colors. Like this sickbay fabric. You're going to see it on the back of some chairs. You're going to see it in Captain Kirk's bed. You're going to see it on those the wall mounts that are in Captain Kirk's quarters. If you look at Space Seed, when they were having the dinner with Khan, this was the tablecloth. I mean, they had things that they used over and over again. So let's keep moving. Now, in the original soundstage, next to this was McCoy's office, and then there was the lab. But those kind of sets don't get a ton of, you know what I mean, unless you have a specific story that needs them. So why would you build them and take up all the space with sets that you don't use very much? We decided that this space was much more valuable to us to be able to build something that we need for an episode.
Okay. Yeah,
So, okay. Oh, and you'll see, this is what's left of Will's planetary defense grid that he built for White Iris here.
That piece of junk.
Yeah.
I hate that thing.
Everything
Awesome.
gets cannibalized for something else.
Well, yeah, you can see we tore it all apart. We used it and then used it.
So the next room you would normally come to would be down this short corridor. If you know the layout, you know what it is. Walk right in.
Oh, wow.
Wow, man.
Yeah, come on down here. You can go wherever you like after, and we'll just kind of walk through the tour together, and then.
So does everyone have to take turns sticking pictures on it?
Oh,
All right.
Come up here.
Now, if you step on the pads, make sure you step right into the middle. Don't
yeah,
step on the
I
the
felt that a little.
The silver rim is
Okay.
wood, so.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's MDF, so.
Oh, yeah, you're not step on that, you'll crack it right away.
Now, some cool things about what you're looking at here. The pads that they're standing on in the original series were Fresnel lenses. They were giant movie lenses.
Whoa.
That's all they were.
For life.
They were just
movie lights.
They were just movie
That's
lenses.
why they look familiar.
Of
Okay.
course,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and
yeah.
so they cost too much to buy, 6
Yeah.
of them. So I borrowed one from somebody in LA, and then we resin cast it. So these are exact replicas of the right lens, and then we cut holes in the floor, and we put about 3/4 inch plexi underneath so that it supports people.
Yeah, because
But it allows,
alone, yeah,
allows the light to come through when we're actually doing the beaming effect. The moire pattern is pretty much exact, and the film strip pieces I actually laid those out in Photoshop based on screen caps so that they would be exact, and then I had a company print them on plastic strips. Of course, in South Georgia, you have a problem with humidity.
Oh, yeah.
And we haven't yet found a glue that'll hold these things on.
Velcro. We did find a solvent that melts it though. So when you see part of it that smells it, you'll know why.
Pardon me? We tried everything. I don't know. They've tried everything. Here's a fun little fact most people don't even know, but those emitter cans on the ceiling are corrugated. If you go look at them closely,
Yes, you can.
most people don't realize that, but I saw one shot from Assignment Earth where Gary Seven was standing here and you could see the light hitting that thing and you could see the ridges of the corrugation. So I found a company online that actually makes corrugated sheets out of plastic. So I bought a sheet, cut the strips and painted them, and so now even that little bit of detail is accurate. So let's keep moving. Now in the original series, this A-frame to your right would be the shuttle bay.
Yes.
But that's the end of our building over there. So we didn't have the depth.
There's a bathroom there, if anybody
To
wants
make
to
that.
use the bathroom.
Oh, okay, cool.
We didn't have the depth to
I
make
was
that
wondering
our
where the
shuttle
head.
bay. So the other, the
Yeah,
other
there it is.
A-frame
Hey, don't go back there.
is where our shuttle bay. So let's keep going.
You're gonna ruin the surprise.
Oh,
Okay. Again, the next set you would come to in the original sound stage would be the briefing room.
It's like going to church.
Like?
Very
Touche.
good.
Church? No. This is church for us. This is our church.
Now, the reason there are no chairs is because, just like in the original show, why would you pay
Right, you only have
the money
this
to
is
build tons of
This
chairs?
is just the
Right.
style.
So you're only going to see them in one set at a time. So the bridge chairs would be moved over here when they shot in the briefing room. Also the same with the little rocker switches. You know there are a row of rocker switches here? Well, they're also on the bridge. So we just move them when we need to.
And the lights, we're low budget, of course, we don't, so everything is moved from set to set to set to set. So ideally, it'd be nice to have the lights everywhere and have everything like that.
And of course, this wall would not normally be here.
No.
They would
Well,
normally
that-
shoot
yeah,
into this
from this-
set from here.
Yeah.
But if you ever want to, if you're shooting a scene in here, suddenly you have to reverse and shoot this way. Gotta have a wall. So that wall is what we call wild. It can fly out and end very quickly.
Wasn't they separated in the original set so they could move walls out?
Oh, yeah.
Just with the joints.
Yeah,
just with the joints.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
And they're just 2x4s.
Okay.
Yep.
Covered with.
These right here, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
with some silver stripping
Because you
on
can
it.
see it one like chrome tape, I guess.
Exactly.
When this was turned into the rec room, they had one little section for them, and then that was the compound. They just added. They could just
Hey,
just
Jay.
added.
Can you do something about that?
They punched a screw through the.
Could you?
Check it out.
Detail.
All right, let's keep
Get a
going.
photo of that before it's gone.
This hexagonal mesh that you're going to see all over, so in engineering, it's everywhere.
No, that's not.
This is exactly what they have. We're convinced. And what we found out it is it's basically reinforcement for cement pours. Like when you're pouring big cement.
And it's for pipe, it's flexible, it's not rigid like you see it everywhere. You move it and it bends, it's a pain in the ass to work
Right.
with, honestly.
It's
But
very heavy.
It's, weighs a ton, it's sharp.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you paint it orange and it looks great.
The next room you would
Climb
come
on up.
to.
You can climb up.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, now.
Couldn't do it a few months ago, but you can now.
It was a dowel, but the guy who made the stuff over in engineering, I said, hey, how much would you do to build me a ladder there? And he said, how about $100 and I'll paint it for that too? And I thought,
Jeez.
Okay.
that's a deal.
Yeah. If I have to.
Now, the one that you see in our first 5 episodes, I made out of dowel rods that I bought at Lowe's because nobody's going to climb it, but there needed to be a ladder there.
Except for that one person who did try to climb it.
Oh no.
So we would have a sign on it that says, please don't try to climb this until we shop and we take the sign off.
Yeah.
Okay, the next room you would come to would be Captain Kirk's quarters. Both these doors go into his quarters. You can take a quick once through. It's not a huge room, but...
Oh yeah, I never saw. I forgot. This is turn.
And of course, you'll notice, you probably noticed already, but they would just redress this set. For a Horace quarters, for Spock's quarters.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
They'll
Yeah,
get really big
working
rooms.
off of that way, you just build one set and then you just redress it as needed, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Love the idea of genie bottle.
And this is a good example of the buttons. These are the ones that would normally be in the briefing room. So the ones we have, they're resin, and like if you need to have them, you know, you can just turn them around. And
That's clever.
So we have those, but they're all on the bridge. We have the little viewer here, but it's over in
Oh, yeah,
engineering.
this was here one time.
Oh, yeah, they,
This
they,
was
yeah,
all over
they
the
moved
place.
it all
Yeah,
over
this
the
was
place.
all over the
Yeah.
place. Does the wardrobe move? Spin? Does the wardrobe spin?
It does, but don't do it.
Okay.
It kind
That's
of
the
moves.
plan, but not yet.
The door's open, but the front might come off the drawer.
Okay.
When we,
We really have to fix the set every time. I mean, the stuff comes separated, the stuff falls off the wall, it's terrible.
right across the hall, when we made the Mirror episode, we needed auxiliary control, right? So Will and his team built auxiliary control over here in this open area. See, now if this were McCoy's lab, we wouldn't have had this space to build this out.
Love the genie bottle.
Barbara Eden gave that to me. That was an ominous sound.
I love it even more.
Yeah.
And the hex mesh that used to be up here has been used someplace else.
I thought that was a stupid idea anyway. You never could walk into it.
Humidity. Oh, and here's the famed ladder I told you about. It looks great.
Oh,
for
yeah.
television, but just don't try to use it.
Yeah, from practical standpoint.
Hey,
that's
Will,
all.
was that the screen from the cave?
It was, but what they did, and it was also in it's in the cage where No Man's Gone before, Spacey, but this part wasn't on here. They added this part. It was, the screen was this, you know, from here to here. And then they made it smaller for auxiliary control and they added that.
I just realized something. The spelling of that view screen is very similar to the battle bridge on the Emperor's D.
It is.
If you think about it, like, you know, a smaller battle bridge, like
It has that outer
very
frame,
similar to that.
right? And also the thing in the bottom.
Yeah.
You're sitting in the chair.
Oh, well, no, that's not the big chair.
I know it's a big chair.
Not yet,
It's a chair.
not yet.
No,
It's
we're not
not
there
a
yet.
big
But we
chair.
can take photos there.
If you look behind you, if you remember the episode Lilani that we did, this is what's left of her quarters that we built.
Oh.
And the Chalcidian chamber was in here.
Yes, and all we did was we draped curtains all the way around here, and then we laid tile on the floor so that it wouldn't look like carpet.
And we painted the tile, gold, you know, a couple gold tile. and just-
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all about the illusion.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, no, exactly.
All right, let's
Just
keep
gotta
going.
make it look good for a minute, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just gotta make it look good for a minute.
No,
Just,
well, they go out into
Another bathroom?
Yeah, there's a couple saws back there. There's a table saw.
You get to the intersection here again, and there's your Jeffries tube. Go ahead and take a look if you like.
I love the plant action. Oh, it's like a paint tray.
Yep.
It's a paint tray.
Yeah, that's why I was telling you. Some of the plant-ons are just a bunch of pieces put together, and they work perfectly.
Oh yeah.
Somebody was asking about the shuttle bay. See, that's where we put our shuttle bay behind that A-frame, so that there was room to actually build the recessed entrance and the doors, and you could actually walk through them. If you go down there and look in there, there's even the pressurization panel on the wall in the shuttle bay.
Yeah,
there.
it's cool.
Would it be okay if I gently climbed up
Sure,
there
go ahead.
and someone take a...
Oh, yeah, I'm taking a photo of that too.
Is there a ladder behind so that he can get a picture
There is,
looking back
actually.
down at him while he's climbing?
There is.
That's the shot you
Let me see
really
if we
want.
can get it.
Well, yeah, the one of him actually going up the Jeffries tube.
Well,
yeah.
there's a camera platform back there, so
Yeah.
that the camera can shoot glasses.
Yeah, there's a platform. Hey, Mike,
Yes.
I'll have to bring a ladder around. We can get pictures later.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll let
I
you
forgot,
guys,
I keep forgetting
and Scott Granger, one of our team, spent a map, look, I mean, look at these steps. Look at the shape of the steps. They're not just steps.
So there's a platform.
There
at
are
the back
5
that you shoot
angles
down and it's
to
really
every
like-
step, and it was
like you always saw
really
in the
hard
episode,
for him
you
to
know.
do it, and of course, build it structurally so you could climb it.
I love the vibrant colors.
Yeah, yeah.
In the end.
It happens every single
And
time
then,
somebody goes in it.
just like in the original series, this was all connected, and then the bridge was set off in the corner by itself with a lot of space around it for them to be able to shoot into it. So,
Okay.
come this way and enjoy.
I'm going in last.
So this is our bridge. You can see where I broke the chair the other day on the other side.
Oh my. Wow. Holy.
Yeah.
What is that?
So next time you see it, it'll be fixed, but sorry about that.
Well, it's not that.
But I mean,
Well, luckily it was not the other
Like,
side.
the way Vic is going on about it, it's like,
What?
I did these buttons too.
Those actually are yours.
Yeah.
It's easy to fix.
yeah, no,
These are
yeah.
yours.
Yeah. Oh, you got it so you can look now.
Well, I never, it's ready to light, and I never put the lighting in because we didn't need it for this
So
episode.
where's your water removal for
I
if you
brought-
ever do?
I brought some samples of where I made this thinner. And what
Awesome.
I originally started with, where I got the idea from, and a better switch that isn't quite so hard to handle. This doesn't feel that bad.
Yeah, well, the problem with these were,
I can see that. I can
Well,
see
when
that.
the switch that we used to get the height right, you had to put it at the very end. It was, there wasn't much room from there or there when you used it, but they're fine, they're great. And it's all, it's hooked up, but I just don't have any LEDs in it yet, because we didn't need them. If we didn't need them, we didn't.
So what do you think? How does it look?
Carl, all of these overheads are from the show. I recreated all these. So if you look in the episode, you'll see each one of these
A
in
lot of
certain
builders
episodes.
do the shelf the wrong
And
height.
these are all, they're actually on plexiglass, so in different episodes now, we'll pull these out and arrange them like they did in the show, so they're different.
expecting everything to look.
The chair itself is great.
just like-
I'm surprised.
It's
that
pretty cheap.
No, I'm saying I'm surprised at how I was expecting everything to look a lot like worse up close. No, I don't think it does at all. I mean, you're probably saying that because you know all the flaws by heart.
I tell you, it does amaze me how much better everything looks on.
Oh yeah, all I had was 2 pieces of the frame.
But you should be.
And Ralph Miller,
You should be satisfied that it's not.
did all the
And we're continually working on it, upgrading it, making it more accurate compared to a lot of the sets from Arrogant, well, the bridge particularly. And so the overheads is something that we work on, like this section we did, all of this stuff is super accurate. The displays over there, not so much, but we're slowly changing out the shop and making it better as we go.
Where are you sourcing your grill material from?
of course, the return.
I have some, you need some?
You probably don't have as much as I'd
It's,
like.
you know what it is? It's, you can buy it. You can buy it. It's, we use,
Ours goes
All it is.
it's guitar heel.
That's actually what I wanted for my monitors.
Well,
Get it
the
on
weight
the-
on mine
I'll send you
is
a link.
riding on a laser Susan.
I bought a whole ton of it, and it's cheap.
Oh, I see, okay.
Reasonably cheap.
So yours is,
I have some
yours is a little,
Westlake.
little different, and that's cool.
The picture of me
because
looking in
I see what you're doing there, it just is on the
Bars,
guys.
not much to see in the camera, is there?
I've got like a metal laser ring and it rides on that.
Oh, nice.
That way
You can sit in the seat.
get a more
But,
Careful,
yeah,
because
that's good.
whoever
He built
designed
it
this ship,
very sturdy.
I mean, it's so easy to fall off.
Well, they were built for 1965 human beings too, so a little small.
Very much
Oh,
so.
yeah.
And that's always a problem when you are trying to recreate this stuff.
like
It always, you look at it like, there's no way it was really this small.
I think I got you.
Yeah,
This section is.
Yeah, but it photographs.
it does, it does.
So you had what
I
from
mean, you have
there?
mastered
Yeah.
it.
In the original one, they had a wire here, and it was
I whack
attached.
everything when I get to the shop. It's really
It's,
tight.
yeah,
Yeah,
So there's a couple of scenes
never
and you can
tell.
see the wire, but see, we can use LEDs, so we just.
So Vic,
9-volt battery. and-
why don't we see the view screen? I thought I saw the view screen in an episode. What's the deal?
we will ultimately be building the rest of the sections.
You will.
But 95% of the time, they shoot in from that side.
So you only have
So,
to see
yeah,
gonna make
so
something
you've
like
got to
that.
have that
At
open
the
space
same
with a
time,
crew and a
you guys
camera
are
and all of that.
studio with
But
someone
we
who-
will build those other sections and they'll be on casters. So they just roll out of the way, keep them
Nice.
tucked away nicely unless we want to get a reverse shot.
Yeah.
But when you've seen the view screen in our episodes, it's been a CGI
which is a good strength.
version of it.
Do you not,
Enterprise One, were you using it all, or is it all CGI?
All CGI.
That's really.
But Doug Drexler, who is Star Trek royalty, he built the ship and he lights the ship and creates all of our shots. So,
CG Enterprise is the best that's ever been created.
Oh,
Better than the ones we remastered.
oh, absolutely,
Oh, God.
much better.
Yeah,
Dramatically
we
better.
started
You know what?
remastered.
I'll tell you a little secret. I'll tell you a secret. CBS
Probably like-
asked
The
Drexler,
bar over there, you'll see.
To
the
build an
bar
Enterprise
set up
model.
on the first ladder that we have.
I don't know, CBS, whoever was doing the remaster. When they were making the remastered versions, or getting ready to, Drexler built a model of the Enterprise to use for that. And then at the last minute, the people that were making it decided, we're gonna do it in-house. We'll use a model, it'll be cheaper, it'll save us money.
Yeah, and now
So
and you can
Drexler's
really see
model
that.
never got used.
Millions of people
So-
seeing this.
And you can see
What-
the result of that not
What is
happening.
on,
Yeah.
what is on
And your
Star
name's
Trek
gonna be on
Continues
it.
is that model.
And my name's gonna be on it.
That's
It's
awesome.
exciting.
That's a nice.
And then he
It's easier to get up on. All of this is just incredibly beautiful.
And then I never heard from him again. I sent him all these urgent emails and this and that.
Oh, there you go. There's the shot right there.
Anyway, he did a good job for us.
You did a remarkable job with this because considering what it was never meant to be. This. Remember, it was a test. I sent you the test piece,
Yeah.
and you made it work.
Well, it's been rebuilt a couple of
Okay.
times. I mean, this is like, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Looks
that was
great,
the,
doesn't
that
it?
was the test piece.
Looks
It wasn't
great.
meant to be that.
I know. It's turned out great.
That's yours?
I made. I got from this piece and the piece on the.
Oh,
Yeah, the little piece underneath.
Yeah.
And Rel 57 did the aluminum.
Very
He had
cool.
that cut. And all I did was assemble it. Right?
You did the hard part.
It's what you call management.
Ralph Miller is our sound supervisor. He's also a very talented builder himself. He made Spock's viewer.
Yeah.
He made the chronometer here, which is just breathtakingly accurate. And he upholstered the chair. He made all of these pieces for the what's the word I'm looking for?
Transformation.
Transforming the standard Burke chairs into the Star Trek.
And if you're gonna build your own, this is proof that yes, they really do need to be cut down, the 115s.
Okay.
And Ralph, who we highly recommend, makes the seat covers.
Oh yeah,
and-
perfect.
Yeah, they're exact.
And then he, makes the he has moldings of the triangles
Yeah.
down on the
yeah.
back and everything.
The chairs themselves are blue. Roger Roma is here, can tell you the exact color, but
Actually, Ralph had me sit in all of those chairs and with the sawzall, sawed off the lip as I was sitting there praying that he wouldn't miss.
Oh, jeez.
And on the original.
Yeah.
You're stretching.
Yeah.
This ring's
Because having that cut the lip of the original Burke chair off, the top and back, so that it
you need something holding it still.
it has right.
I can't believe
And
this
then a
is
little
happening.
heat applied to the triangles, just to get them just soft enough. It's a shame when you glue them in.
What idiot would do
They came
that?
out great.
Did you grab
I mean, seriously, Will. Yeah, picking it up.
I think
He can do small props, he can do big stuff, it's just amazing. And then he's the guy I work with, and then he's the audio guy, and I
On mine, my first one, I made of, and then to transport it, you break them out.
Well, tell us about building this section. This
Oh,
hasn't been
yeah.
on screen yet, right?
It has not. Royal Weaver actually built most of that while we were doing engineering, and it was very strategic on mine and Jay's part. Me and Jay did engineering, and Royal was working on this.
Jay,
This is Jay Pennington. Jay is probably the most vital part of the art department, okay? Without him, we would fall apart. Without me, they wouldn't even notice, okay? So Jay's the main guy. But what happened was Royal did this, and the reason why we strategically did it, it was because engineering's air conditioning, and this side of the studio is not, and so it was about 1,000 degrees in here.
Oh, is that why you put us over here?
Yes, Dan helped
Thanks.
work on it, and so, yeah, it was.
I lost weight. It was therapeutic.
For the longest time, there was no section there, which makes shooting any shot this direction impossible. There's no background.
Yeah.
So everything had to be cheated. And for 3 years, I was saying, look, can we build more of the bridge? And it just never happened. So, so one of the first things we did when we kind of bought everything and kind of took over was, let's build another section. And Royal and Dan and several people, and we also did some upgrades, like the overhead screens, the overhead light blue screens. They weren't inset enough; they were too shallow. So we put a new, they pulled them out and made them deeper and put a new trim in there. They look beautiful. Yeah, when the light hits them, they just look great.
If you look on the show, you'll see them.
And then, of course, the first several episodes,
that's from
the
Mirror
bridge
Mirror
originally,
episode.
these were just paper printouts on the windows above.
But they use them all. But ours are,
And Will
they're
Smith
mounted on plexiglass between
got, basically,
We
we
move them
replaced
around.
these
Okay.
So
with
they-
transparencies.
And you
to
can
the
change,
backlit.
swap them out for whatever.
We turn them upside down, move them like the big one. We'll put in a small hole. Like that's a
Can't look
big
at this
one.
bridge without seeing what's behind it, so I would encourage you to just walk around behind it and see how it's lit. It's very cool.
What?
Oh, just follow Dana's lead, no problem.
Yeah.
That's not something you hear all the time.
Why are there motherboards there? Oh, it's for a scene where they were shooting, they were doing repairs.
Remember they
Oh,
adopted this
that-
and,
oh,
yeah.
That's better than the.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great. The solution to the engineering problem.
Klingon belt buckle trail there.
Okay.
What?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a nice shot. Really good shot.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And you can go into the turbo lift right there and come back out on the bridge.
That's fun. We're cheating.
Dave, what's next?
Next, we're gonna go back to the big room, answer questions, let people go.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, Kenny, let's go.
Let's head back to the main room, you guys. You'll have a chance to walk around more later.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, yes. It is our pleasure. It's, you know, the only thing more fun than having it was, you know, to play on it is to share it with people. Appreciate it. Yes. That's what it's about. To know that it's here and that there are hundreds of thousands of starting. Every time I walk down this corridor,
They got a jackhammer on a hole.
Yeah. Seriously consider doing anything else if people would love to see that. Like a how you guys make this, like do like a little mini documentary. Yeah, like what we just did. It's done. Love that.
So that studio you guys were recording that was in Jersey? Yes.
I used to own a facility.
Did you really?
Yeah. I think that they were
Yeah.
Once he said you find one,
First session was in Rochester.
of course, it's box brain.
And then the second one was in Hoboken.
You know what? You can even just do like
It is now.
like, you know, audio commentary for an episode, and then people make that.
Those are just super glued in place. They'll probably come out at some point. But
Yeah, trust me, that happens a lot around here.
nice rig. Thanks.
Where you hear somebody go, doors.
Yep.
Well, that's the door guy's cue to open the door. So, you want to do the honors?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Step on up and give him the cue.
Doors.
Oh my God!
Step on in, everybody.
Oh, my battens.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, how can
Yeah, it's not it's hard to be productive. Yeah, your name's on here someplace.
Is it? Oh.
It is, and let me see if I can find your name.
you get it?
It's made so that people can actually go up.
Yep.
Did you get it?
No.
All right, Mike and Joe, Dr. Kraft.
I mean, I'm 5'8".
All right, you guys can get it.
Yeah, you gotta do that again, man.
I'm holding on for dear life.
You'd be surprised how many people did that.
Which would be hard because of all the weird angles and curves. We just send him the file. He cuts it out of phone.
Brilliant.
And look, these big pipes in here, how much would those things weigh? If you were to try to, if they were.
No. Well, it's broken. Okay, it worked kind of, but it
that too.
broke. So I mean, we have it, but it used to come up and it would lock into place, but it broke during
It's still in
production.
place for as long as everyone.
So
wants to
anyway,
He talks about how when they were shooting and the children shall lead, the set people were getting really pissed off at Shatner because he was kicking these balls around with the kids. And so we went to Walmart. There they are. Exactly the right diameter. Hang them.
There you go.
This may be one of the favorite reveals that anyone has.
Oh, I know where we're going.
Come on in here, guys. Get up close. Come on up. Come on up. People can sneak in behind you. You want to do the honors here?
Doors. Oh, wow.
He was there.
Oh. Wow.
The lighting is just perfect.
That, yeah, no, that's.
well, yeah, you can see we tore it all apart. We used it and then used it.
So the next room you would normally come to would be down this short corridor. If you know the layout, you know what it is. Walk right in.
Oh, wow.
Contact cement? We tried everything. I don't know. If you'll look at them closely.
Yeah, you can see it even in this.
Yes, you can.
Most people don't realize that, but I saw one shot from Assignment Earth where Gary Seven was standing here and you could see the light hitting that thing and you could see the ridges of the corrugation. So I found a company online that actually makes corrugated sheets out of plastic. So I bought a sheet. So we didn't have the depth.
There's a bathroom there. If anybody
To
wants
make
to
that.
use the bathroom.
Oh, okay, cool.
We didn't have the depth to
I
make
was
that.
wondering where the shut head.
So the other, the other,
There it is.
again, the next set you would come to in the original sound stage would be the briefing room.
It's like going to church.
And what we found out it is it's basically reinforcement for cement pours. Like when you're pouring big cement.
And it's for pipe. It's flexible. It's not rigid like you see it everywhere. You move it and it bends. It's a pain in the ass to work
Right.
with, honestly.
It's very heavy.
It weighs a ton. It's sharp.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you paint it orange and it looks great.
Now, the one that you see in our first 4 episodes 5 episodes I made out of dowel rods that I bought at Lowe's because nobody's going to climb it, but there needed to be a ladder there.
Except for that one person who did try to climb it. Oh no.
So we would have a sign on it that says, please don't try to climb this until we shop. And we take the sign off.
Yeah.
Okay, the next room you would come to would be Captain Kirk's quarters. Both these doors go into his quarters.
Every time. I mean, the stuff comes separated, the stuff falls off the wall, it's terrible.
You get to the intersection here, again, and there's your Jeffries tube. Go ahead and take a look if you like.
I love the plant action. Oh, it's like a paint tray.
Yep.
They work perfect. Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll let you guys,
I keep forgetting
and Scott Granger, one of our team, spent a map. Look, I mean, look at these steps. Look at the shape of the steps. They're not just steps.
So there's a platform.
There are
back
5
that you can shoot
angles
down and it's
to
really
every
like-
step, and it was
like you always saw
really
in the
hard
episode,
for him to
you know.
do it, and of course build it structurally so he could climb it.
I love the vibrant colors.
Yeah, yeah.
In the end.
It happens every single
And
time
then,
somebody goes in it.
just like in the original series, this was all connected, and then the bridge was set off in the corner by itself with a lot of space around it for them to be able to shoot into it. So, come this way and enjoy.
I'm going in last.
So this is our bridge.
Wow. Holy.
Yeah.
What is that?
Those actually are yours.
Yeah.
It's easy to fix.
Yeah, I know.
And better switch that isn't quite so hard to handle. This is going to feel that bad.
Yeah, well,
So what do you think? How does it look?
Carl, all of these overheads are from the show. I recreated all these. So if you look in the episode, you'll see each one of these in certain episodes.
do the shelf the wrong
And these are all, they're actually on plexiglass.
itself is great.
Just like, I'm surprised.
It's
that
pretty cheap.
No, I was saying I'm surprised at how I was.
We used
Ours goes all it is.
it's Guitar Hero.
That's actually what I wanted for my monitors.
Well, the weight on mine leaves on the ring and it rises. That way
You can sit in the seat.
more readily. But yeah,
Whoever designed this ship,
Very sturdy.
I mean, it's
1965
you look at it, like, there's no way it was really this small.
View screen. I thought I saw the view screen in an episode. What's the deal?
We will ultimately be building the rest of the sections.
You will.
But 95% of the time, they shoot in from that side.
So you only have
So,
to
yeah, so you've got to have that open space.
Yes, they really do need to be cut down, the 115s.
Okay.
And Ralph, who we highly recommend, makes the seat covers.
Oh, yeah,
and-
perfect.
Yeah, they're exact.
And then he, makes the he has moldings of the triangles
Yeah.
and
Oh,
down on the
yeah.
back and everything.
These chairs themselves are blue. Roger Roma, who's here, can tell you the exact color, but
Because having that cut the lip of the original front chair off, back so that it.
on mine, my first one,
I know it very well. And then to transport it, you break them out.
shooting, they were doing repairs.
Remember they
Oh,
adopted this?
that-
And,
oh.
yeah.
That's better than the.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's a nice shot.
and you can go into the turbo lift right there and come back out on the bridge.
Dave, what's next?
Next, we're gonna go back to the big room, answer questions, let people go.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, Kenny, let's go.
Let's head back to the main room, you guys. You'll have a chance to hear. Oh, yes, it is our pleasure. It's, the only thing more fun than having it or, to play on it is to share it. Appreciate it. Yes.
People would love to see that.
Yeah.
Like how you guys make it. Like do like a